In today's video, we will build real-time video and voice calling application in Flutter. By the end, you will have a fully functional interface with mic and camera control, call timer, a smooth join lip transition inside your Flutter application. For that, we are using ZegoCloud Flutter UI Kit, a pre-built layer that handle all infrastructure. ZegoCloud include modular tool for voice and video calling, interactive live streaming, in-app chat, AI effect, and cloud recording. And right now, they are offering 10,000 free minutes to help you get started with their call kit. You will find link at very top of description and in pinned comment. So let's dive in. We will set up entire project and walk through everything you need to bring real-time video calling application in Flutter. This is our Flutter default counter application. Now using ZegoCloud SDK, we will implement video and audio calling application. For that, we head over to their website and we click on sign up. Here in sign up page, we do a quick registration. From here, we go to dashboard. After it, we click on create your first project. Here, we have option to choose what type of project we want to create. So for this application, we will choose voice and video call and we click on next. After it, we enter the project name. Among UI kit and SDK, we select the UI kit. Now it's creating our project. Here we choose for Flutter. After complete creation of project, we get app ID and app sign. These two ID are used by ZegoCloud SDK to uniquely identify our application. To create a fully functional video and audio call application, we have to do some configuration in our Flutter project. So there's a blog post written by ZegoCloud on how to develop a Flutter video call application. This blog post talk about all the configuration you need to do inside your Flutter code to integrate their SDK. So first step is to create project and we have already created the sample project. Next, we have to add Jego UI kit pre-built called dependency. You can find this dependency on pub.dev Flutter package also. So this ZegoCloud UI kit package allow you to easily build your live video and audio call application within minute. Now we run the following command in our terminal. After completion of this command, in our pubspec.yaml file, we will see the package added. Jego UI kit pre-built call package is being added. Now we can import the SDK and we can use it inside our Flutter application. Using this, we can create call page and all. Now we have to configure our project to use this SDK. So for Android, inside project Android and app level build.gradle file, we have to modify compile SDK version to 33. However, I suggest you instead of 33, set compile SDK version as 35, as I was having some problem in Android 11. So I suggest you to write 35. Also in NDK version, write the same number as I have shown here. Now second, we have to add app permission. So inside Android manifest file, which is inside Android app src main, and in Android manifest file, here we have to add permission. So we copy paste all the permission required for this application and we paste it inside Android manifest.xml file. So after it, inside our project Android and app directory, we have to create proguardrules.profile. So I copy the file name, and inside our app directory, I have created the file, and inside this file, you have to copy paste this line. And also in build.gradle, you have to modify something in release part of the code. So inside build.gradle, I am searching release, and inside this, we have to modify something. The copilot is suggesting the code, so I am accepting the suggestion and I will modify it. So we have is minify enabled equals true, and after it, the file which we have just created, proguardrules.pro, we have to mention it inside this release. And at last, we write sign in config. Again, copilot suggested it, and instead of release, we write here debug. However, this sign in config line is optional, but I recommend you write it down. After all this configuration, our application will run on Android smoothly. So for iOS part, inside our project, inside iOS directory, inside runner, inside info.plist file, we have to copy paste this code. These are the permission. I think I have already copy pasted this, so I am skipping it. Now after all this configuration, we are ready to integrate the SDK in our Flutter application. To check whether all configuration are correct or not, I am gonna hit Flutter run, and let's see if we get any error or not. If we get error, then we will try to resolve it, and if we don't get any error, it means that our configuration has been set up successfully. Now we are ready to implement voice and video call application in our Flutter app. So there's no error. Now we are ready to go. Instead of this default Flutter counter app, I have modified it, and in home, I have written the home page. So there is error as home page is not defined. We haven't created home page. Now in theme, I will write theme data dot dark. Okay. The copilot suggestion is causing some issue. And also, we will mark false to debug show check mode banner. In title, we will write video call app. Now we are ready to go. Now we create homepage.dart and we import material page and we create a stateless widget name homepage. Now we create one text editing controller named calll controller. We have to remove this constant and we will return a scaffold. Now we will create app bar. Also Copilot is suggesting me code. So we will create our custom code. Okay, I have accepted the Copilot suggestion and let me see where I have to modify. So in column we will include padding and we will give padding. So we will give symmetric padding and in horizontal a padding of 24. Okay, also we will remove some widget and in our first widget we will write start video call. After it we create a size box of height 20 and then we create a text field. Inside the text field in controller we give the calll controller and in decoration we will write hint text and inside that hint text we will write enter calll. Let me remove the label text. Also field equals true. Also in border we will give border radius and we will give radius of 12. Now let me remove this line. Okay, so we are getting error when I reload this app as homepage was not defined. Theme, I want to write theme data.dark. Now there's no error. Once we reload the application, we can see our current output. Again, we give sized box of height 16. Now we will create elevated button and also we will use icon. So elevated button dot icon. So first of all, we will give icon of video call and in label we will write start call. Now in style we will give style. So inside this style we don't want this padding, so we will remove it and we will write min size and size dot from height and we will give height as 50. Also background color as colors dot amber and foreground color colors dot black. Now we create on press and in this on press property we will call another function named start call and we will pass the context. Now we will write code for the start call. So when button will be pressed, the start call function will be called. Now we have to check whether call ID is empty or not. So first of all, we store the user entered ID inside call ID and we check whether it's empty or not. If it is empty, then we show please enter a call ID as a message. If it is not empty, then we will redirect user to our call page. So navigator.push context material page route, and in builder we will return our user to call page. Now let's create call page dot and let's import material dot. So we will create stateless widget name call page. Also in this call page, we will be using the ZegoCloud UI kit. So we will import package which we have added. The package name was Zego UI kit pre-built call. So we have imported the package. Now we can use it inside this file. So we will return Zego UI kit pre-built call, and inside it we have to copy the app ID from our ZegoCloud project to our Flutter app. Also we have to copy the app sign ID from ZegoCloud project to this Flutter project. First of all, so let us create final string call ID and final string user ID. We will use random function. So random dot next integer, and we are converting it to string. Also this call ID is a parameter, so we will write required this dot call ID. So this page can only be accessed by providing call ID. Now we write user ID, and in username we will write user-user ID. In call ID we can write the call ID, and in config we can write Zego UI kit pre-built call config dot one-on-one video call. Now we import this call page inside our home page and we restart application. Now let me quickly check this functionality. I have written down ID as meeting, and when I start call, then we can see the video stream. So our application is working properly. Now let me quickly set up both physical devices so that I can check whether it work on multiple devices. So we write same call ID and we start call on both devices, and it's also working in multiple devices. The video, audio and camera functionality, everything is working fine. In this way we can implement the ZegoCloud SDK for creating video and audio call application. Now let me add one more functionality to this application. The functionality is that whenever user make a call to another user, then I want to save that call, and instead of rewriting the call ID, the user can access it from a saved page. For that, inside our main dot, in home instead of home page, I have written down main wrapper, and also in our lib folder, I have created page folder, and I have moved call page and home page to page folder for better project structure. And I have created main wrapper dot file, and inside it we import material dot. After it we create stateful widget name main wrapper, and inside main dot we import main wrapper. In main wrapper we return scaffold, and in body we need screen, so we will first create current index as 0 and final list widget pages, and inside it we have to list all pages. So the first is home page, and second will be call page, okay, second will not be call page, second will be saved page. So we will create new file saved call page dot, and we import material dot, and we create stateful widget. We give name as saved call page. We return scaffold, and in our main wrapper we write saved call page as second page. So we have to do toggling between these two pages. Now in body, first of all we will write screen, and we will select the current index. Okay, so instead of pages we should write here screen. Both names should be same. And in bottom navigation bar we write bottom navigation bar, and we create item. So our first bottom navigation item is home page, and we label it as home, and our second item is saved call page with label as saved call. Let me change it to saved only, and let me change icon to history. So current index is dash current index, and on tapping it we change the index. So by tapping we can toggle between home page and saved page. Once we restart our application, we should see the changes. Okay, let me hot restart this application. While it's running, to implement the shared preference, we have to install the shared preference package. You can get shared preference package on pub.dev. Copy the command to install this package on your Flutter project. Now we paste this in our terminal, and it will add this package. So this package allows to store some data on user phone. So whenever user will call or join in a meeting, we will store that meeting ID inside the user phone, and also we will list all the history of call inside the saved page. So instead of rewriting the call ID, user can use their history page, and from that they can directly select the call. Also, our hot reload is complete and we can see home and saved page. For now, saved page is empty as we haven't implemented anything inside it. First, we import shared preference package, which allow us to store some data inside user phone. Then we have to create a list of string, and we are initializing save call ID as empty. Now we create init state function. Inside it, we call function load save call ID. Now let's create function name load save call ID, which will retrieve all call ID which have been stored inside user phone. Now we create future function load save call ID. As it is future function, we write async. Then we create shared preference instance inside prefs variable. We create saved variable. Inside it, we get list of all saved ID inside user phone. Once we get all the saved ID, we reload state by set state. In scaffold, we create app bar. We give title as saved call and we remove center tire. Then inside body, we check whether saved call ID is empty or not. If it is empty, then we write one text. Inside it, we write no saved call yet. If saved call ID is not empty, then we will list down all ID in list view builder. In item count, we write saved call ID dot length. In item builder, we build it in our UI with the help of index. Now we create one variable named ID, and for each iteration it will contain an ID, and we will return list style to show this list of ID in UI. We give title as text and ID. So we give title call ID and we provide the actual call ID. After it in leading, we create call icon, and in trailing part, we will give icon of arrow forward. So on tapping the list tile, we will call start call function. So the start call function take context and ID as parameter. we are getting one error. So we have to define start call function. We create void start call and we write build context and string call id. Then we return call page. Now we restart our application to see changes. In saved page, we can see no saved call yet, as we haven't made any call and the call hasn't been stored inside phone local storage. So we are getting it empty. Also inside home page, inside the start call function, we create one function named save call. For each call user make, we have to save that call id locally on user phone. So we create future function save call id. Inside it, we create shared preference instance. We import shared preference. We create one variable name existing, and inside this variable, it will contain all id which is there in user phone. Also the key value must be same. So I am copying it from call page. Here, all data for this application is stored inside key value pair and the key is saved call id. So the existing variable contain list of all id that is stored inside user phone, and we check whether the existing id contain current id or not. If it doesn't contain current id, it means that user is either calling another user for first time or user is joining video call for first time. So in that case, we have to add this meeting id to user phone local storage. But if user has already called this user or user has already joined this meeting earlier, then the statement existing.contain id will be false. In that case, we don't have to store anything inside user local storage. So in this line, we write pref.setString, which store the unique id to user local storage. Whenever user press start call, it will call the start call function, and inside it we write one line which store the call id to user device. So we call save call id and we provide call id. Now we have implemented everything correctly. It's time to check our application. Let's restart our application and let's check whether it's working or not. As we can see in our save page, the unique call is being added, and instead of rewriting the call id, we can tap on it and we can easily call or join on a meeting. Now I am creating another id, project meeting. So far everything is working fine. the video, audio, camera, microphone, everything's working perfect. Also in our saved page, we can see the latest call. Now instead of rewriting the ID, we can tap on it and we can join on a meeting. So that's it for this video. If you want to implement biometric authentication using Flutter, then watch this video. And if you want to host your Flutter application, then watch this video.